Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. This week I'll be doing another Animal Crossing style piece, and this time instead of it being Prickles, it's going to be Cap and Gus from the Mushroom Hunter series. For those who don't know, Prickles, Cap and Gus are my original characters, and I am a huge fan of Animal Crossing. I am so excited for the new game. I've got my pre-order ready and I am just ready for that game to come out. For a while I said that I'd want to do another piece with the Mushroom Hunters to see what they would look like in the Animal Crossing style. And of course, since the new news with New Horizons, there's a lot of new words there, I saw that they had like mushroom trees and giant mushrooms, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, the Cap and Gus are made to be in the Animal Crossing world. So I was super excited and really wanted to do a piece. So the first thing I'm doing here, as you can see, is I'm just taking elements of what already exists in the Animal Crossing world. I really want this to have a storybook vibe to it, as well as pay homage to Animal Crossing without it being too Animal Crossing like, but taking style details from them, in particular the way they do the grass, the style of the mushrooms, the trees. I really want it to have that sort of child book story feel to it overall. I already knew what kind of thing I wanted to do. I was basing the Cap and Gus off the character Joanne, which is going to appear up on the screen, which is a turnip seller, and I thought it'd be really cute to have an idea of these two travelling merchants which come in and sell you rare mushrooms. I think they would be perfect, absolutely wonderful for this, just because it's kind of, when I saw the new designs, I was really excited. I was like, this has to be it. It's perfect. So when it comes to actually sketching out the scene, I did a few thumbnails, decided on my finalized one, and very loosely put down my sketch. This is a way for me to put down the basic shapes, and after I've done the basic shapes, I build on top with pencil crayon, just to get my lines finalized, and then on top I will go over with fine liners. For the full list of equipment, as always, it is listed down below. I'm using Faber-Castell mixed media paper here. This is just a standard graphite mechanical pencil. For the pencil lines, I'm using WHSmith pencil. This is a really good way to have really soft lines on there. So say, for example, if you didn't want to use fine liners, pencils are the perfect way to go, but they're really best off for very light colours, or if you are using them as lines afterwards, make sure you put your lines down first, and then you'll have to redo the lines on top after you've done everything else, because all your colours will blend unless that is the style that you are going for. Originally I was doing this with brown fine liner, and I'm using Kuretake Zig cartoonist pens, but in the end it was too soft for the look that I was going for, so I went over that with the Unipin fine liner brush pen. And after I've done all that, I used some Pro markers, which is my alcohol markers, as my base colour, and then built texture on top with watercolours, which is the Schminky palette, and the WHSmith pencils, just to really build in some texture in there. So that's kind of like the techniques that I go in for. I tend to put my base down of alcohol marker and then build texture on top. Alcohol markers are fantastic for a really graphic colour design. If you really don't want much texture, you can build texture on top if you want to, make an airbrush feel to it, but if I'm honest, I like to put my marker down just as a base and then build on top from there. It's a really fun technique to be able to create some really interesting textures within your work, and I think it really fits within a children's storybook style. And this is kind of like a scene that I've captured here where Cap has found a gigantic rare mushroom, and Gus, as always, is distracted by a cute little butterfly. I just thought this was a really fun way to catch their personalities, as well as pay homage to Animal Crossing. So, Animal Crossing, what is it? I bet quite a few of you have heard quite a bit of it over the last few months, and To be honest, it plays a special place in my heart because it is a game that I played when I was much younger, and I've played quite a lot over the years. Playing the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp at the moment just to fulfill like some kind of Animal Crossing needs at the moment, because I don't want to open New Leaf because I know that that town is just going to be trashed and Isabella's going to have a go at me. But if you've never played it before, it's kind of it's a very relaxed game. It's just a really good game to relax to. I tend to play it to de-stress and at the end of the day. I really like this game. Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, they're sort of my go-to games for relaxation. And Minecraft, apart from when I fall into pits of lava and creepers chase after me. But if you, after a really good game to relax to, Animal Crossing is there perfectly for you. It's just really wholesome content and it just makes me feel very happy when I play it. And it's kind of the vibe that I really, really enjoy, and that's kind of what I really wanted to come across in this piece. I really want to do some Animal Crossing style stickers with my characters, and let me know if you think this would be a good idea, or if you would like to see any more Animal Crossing style pieces in the future. They have been absolutely fun to do, and I have been doing Animal Crossing style commissions as well, which have been an awful lot of fun to practice digital art as well as get to draw lots of cute critters. So, a small announcement in this video, I officially launched my Patreon, and I really want to thank everyone who popped by the stream on Sunday. I really, really appreciate that. Honestly, it means the entire world to me, and thank you for those who have supported the Patreon so far. I really do appreciate it. If you're interested in checking it out, you do get sneak peeks at the videos for the week, as well as other designs and voting polls for future videos and content. So if you're interested, there is a link in my description box down below. It is something that I'm not expecting anyone to go to if they don't want to. It's just a way to support me and my channel and be able to create content. As well as that, we did have the launch of my Witchtober zine, that is available up on the stores as well, and the Huevember zine is coming this month, which I am very excited about. I always like when I get new books, it makes me very, very happy. I like to see like all the printed stuff come together. It's just really pleasant to see everything. Prints of this will be available. I just need to scan and edit the piece. I'm actually editing this video on today, which I feel really bad for, but this piece took me a little bit longer than expected. As well as this, I have a draw this in your style video that's going to be out in a few weeks, but the art is available for you to see both on Instagram and Twitter, and for you to take part in the draw this in your style challenge. I will be featuring pieces in the video as well, so if you're interested in taking part, feel free to check that out. There's not really much I can say about this piece other than that I just really enjoy doing it. It's a mixture of trying to capture the style that Animal Crossing invokes, as well as putting my own twist on it. The Fingers with the Prickles piece, it was really enjoyable to do because I put my own twist in it. I put my own style in there, and that's what I did with this one. It's a really fun way to create a children's style illustration, and I do highly recommend doing this to anyone. Taking an existing IP and trying to see how your work would fit in that style, or if you're looking for portfolio work, this is a really good way of invoking a children's story style illustration and bringing that into the present. Animal Crossing is fantastic for this because it invokes a very childlike style. I say childlike style. It's a very pleasing art style, and not so much copy it, but try and invoke that to make your own style work. and try to apply it to pieces. And who knows, it could be a lot of fun. I certainly really enjoy doing this. I would really love to create like Animal Crossing style Cap and Gus little stickers. I think that would be an awful lot of fun. But it's far enough from the original style of Animal Crossing for it to be, you know, kind of my own label in a way. I think there is things that I did miss here. I feel like I should have really stuck with coloured lines. The brown was far too light. It was far too light, and that's why I went in with the black liner. But there is stuff that I would improve. The thing that I do like about this image is the framing of it. I think you get a good enough like deception of depth in the piece with the framing of it, and I'm really happy with that. But the thing that I really did struggle with was not over detailing. Now normally if I was doing this piece in my normal style, the grass would all be detailed, the trees would be a lot more detailed, there'd be a lot more mushrooms, there'd be more detail in the rocks, and it was really difficult to try and stick to the simplified style, mainly because I like over detailing. So it was really difficult for me to stick to that sort of style, and I did struggle with it in a way, and I still feel like it could be over detailed for it to be an Animal Crossing style piece. But nevertheless, it was an awful lot of fun, and I never draw trees this way. It was interesting. I really wanted to go in and add like all the little leaves and like change it all up, and I was like, well no, because that doesn't really invoke the style and the imagery that I'm going for. And I think it's always important when you're looking at these sort of things to know where to hold back and where not to over detail. And that's something that we do struggle with as artists. We struggle to not over detail things, to not go over the top, and knowing when an illustration is finished. I really feel like adding the watercolor and the pencil crayon on top really helped with this. It added that little oomph that I was after, that I wasn't getting from the markers alone. The graphic style is really nice, and it's still fairly graphical, but it's just got some nice texture in there as well, which makes me very happy. Overall, I'm just really excited for the launch of the new game, and I know there's quite a few games that are coming out this year that people are fairly excited for. So what games are you really looking forward to? Will you be getting Animal Crossing? Are you excited for it? What kind of games do you like to play? I wouldn't call myself a gamer because at the moment I just don't have time for games, and I tend to only play about 1 or 2 games a year. There's the games that I will keep on frequenting, like I've played the Untitled Goose Game quite a bit. I absolutely adore Stardew Valley, and I really like games that I can just switch off to. Breath of Wild is possibly one of my all-time favourite games. Really excited for Breath of Wild 2. Like genuinely so excited about that game. But I don't tend to have as much time for games as I used to, which makes me really sad because I spent a lot of my childhood playing games. I'm really intrigued by the Final Fantasy VII demo. I've never been a massive fan of Final Fantasy VII, so it'll be interesting to see the direction that they're taking that game in, because it does look absolutely beautiful, and I cannot deny that in any way, shape or form. But overall, I'm kind of excited to see where games go. We've got a lot of really exciting games coming out this year, and I'm fairly excited. So what do you guys think of this piece? Did I manage to capture the Animal Crossing style enough, or is it just a really fun children's illustration? This is the looks of the overall piece, and I adore it. I can't wait to turn this into a print, which there will be a shop update next week. I need to do a bit of scanning and editing and printing to be able to do that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always folks, stay creative.